मैम उसके फायदे
या भूमि गो अहेड।
उसके लाइक उस चीज के फायदे क्या क्या है वो देख के खरीदते हैं।
हाँ, पर आप स्टोर में जाने से पहले हाउ डू यू डिसाइड दैट यू वांट टू बाय और दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट? आपने कहीं उसको, हाँ, हाउ यू कनेक्ट विद दैट ब्रांड? Like what sort? When you see the advertisement, what do you observe the first thing? Anybody randomly, it's not only for girls, even boys can answer.
Reviews, ma'am.
Okay, and how you just go ahead with the reviews through which media? ओके, आई जस्ट सिंप्लीफाई। जब आप एक प्रोडक्ट लेने जाते हैं तो आप उसका कहीं ना कहीं उसका एड आपने देखा होता है, या फिर आपने कहीं ना कहीं किसी भी मीडिया के थ्रू आपने उसकी ब्रांडिंग देखी होती है कहीं ना कहीं, मे बी द कंपनी लोगो और पैकेजिंग, या फिर सम सेलिब्रिटी फेस कनेक्टेड टू दैट ब्रांड। तो आप जब दैट मेक यू इजी टू मेक अ डिसीजन व्हाइल बाइंग द प्रोडक्ट। एम आई राइट? So then it's come like, you go and check the packaging, ml ka hai, kya pricing hai, then you compare with the other brand, okay, what fit in my budget, what's not. Then there is a comparison come. Then you just go with the, when the pricing comes, agar 19-20 hai pricing mein, then you go with the quality aspect. Okay, brand kya hai, whether it's a popular or a newly launched brand, whether I can trust this brand or not. So branding is all the, when you combine all this element, what consumer need, right from this, how the things are launched, right from the logo to the media launch, everything, when it combined together, it's called as a branding. So before starting, I have a question for you, or kind of what they say, quiz for you. So when you see a golden arch marking M and a red color background, if you happen to see this logo anywhere across the globe, which is the brand which will that will pop up in your head? Just take a random guess. So it is a yellow golden arch M with a red background.
McDonald's.
Exactly.
McDonald's.
Yeah. And who is it that answered? And actually, you're right. When you see this M anywhere across the globe, the first thing comes is a McDonald's. The reason I have given the example of McDonald's, because it is a perfect blend of brand characteristics. It has a right color, right font, and even the slogan which says, I'm loving it. So इन्होंने कभी भी अपनी ब्रांडिंग रीजन वाइज चेंज नहीं की है. It has the same slogan, it has same logo and same characteristics which need for a logo across the globe, and the kind of innovative association it has with to its franchisee chain, that makes this brand as a sixth most important brand in the world. So one very quick question: what is brand for you? Anybody? Do you know what is brand? Just unmute yourself. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want you guys to answer. I mean,
products which are given the name by themselves.
No. When you say a brand, what do you exactly mean by the brand?
An action of marketing?
No.
Popularity, ma'am.
Like what sort of popularity? How do you count on a popularity for the brand?
According to its quality.
So if you search the word brand on a Google, you will find more than somewhere around now 8 to 9 billions of results. Only for the word brand. And okay, I'll simplify the question.
Ma'am,
What do you think? Is it limited to the sorry? Yeah, guys, don't hesitate. Just go ahead.
ma'am, brand helps to identify the.
I'm not like able to hear you guys.
They are saying brand is all about knowing the company, identifying the company.
Okay, but how the brand, see, brand identity is different, and I just want to know when you hear this word brand, तो आपके दिमाग में क्या आता है? Any brand, just tell me randomly कि आप जब ये brand सुनते हो तो आपका खुद का एक कोई अपना brand होगा जो आपको लगता है हाँ भाई ये मेरा वाला brand है. Just give me any brand names when you hear the word brand.
Adidas.
Adidas. Okay, and why did that pop up in your head?
Most of the people
So I don't know who answered. No, I'm not talking about the other people. आप generally अपने point of view से बोलिए. How do you, what you feel like when you hear this word brand? तो आपको क्या दिमाग में आता है सबसे पहली बार?
Nestle, ma'am.
So guys, I just want to confirm my PPT is visible to all of you.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, done.
Yes,
done.
ma'am.
So let's not wasting time. We'll just go ahead. So brand is a personality of any product or any company. So it will be a name, a symbol, or basically you can just say the icon. So when you see the right, just a swash, something of this kind, what brand comes in your head? Just a right mark. Nike. So even if you just see Nike के बहुत सारी जगह पे you don't even see the brand name below its logo or an icon, the symbol what they use. So that is what a personality of that particular brand. So brand is nothing but a personality which a company is built, which is very much recognizable by its audience, which make it different from its competitors. In reality, it is much more than something called as a logo or a website theme. So brand is more of an asset to a company that which bind a company and a consumer in an emotional connect. तो आप जब एक लोगो देखते हैं या किसी कंपनी का नाम सुनते हैं, that is something, okay, right, this is that brand. It is not the overall branding या फिर उसका marketing नहीं होता. It is just a 10% of a branding. So I can give you the best example for it. Like for how many of you like Coca-Cola? So you guys on your day-to-day life, do you prefer Coke or any other beverages? So for I'll pick my favorite brand as Coke or branding. So to make it very much clear why I know the history of Coca-Cola across the world, people love the brand. There was a case study जहाँ पे कोका-कोला और पेप्सी का blind test हुआ था, blind taste test, okay? Where blind taste में जब उन्होंने किया तो काफी लोग they opted for the Pepsi rather than Coca-Cola. But once the blindfold was open, people were preferring more of a Coke. So, you know, when they are blindfolded, they didn't care about the taste, what they're drinking, what they're eating. But the emotional connect, what Coca-Cola have with its consumer, the loyalty what it has, जब उनको दिखा तो they picked the first bottle was a Coca-Cola. This is a case study, this is a kind of a research which is done. Okay, so do you guys like Coke? I want you to answer.
No, ma'am.
So what? So how many? I guess there are 60. There are 70 people over here on round. Nobody wants to answer it.
Pooja, I can answer that. I like Coke. Get attracted. Like Coke is one of my favorite soft drink that I can take it. What is the main attraction that I find compared to other drinks is that the color that is so eye-catching. The red and white combination of the label. Okay, so I think that it is very eye-catching.
So I have just one simple question. When you pick a drink like a Coca-Cola, do you even know the history behind it? Who owns the company? The major question for me is like, do you have any idea this 130-year-old company, who is owning it?
Warren Buffett is a shareholder, ma'am.
He is a shareholder, but this company belongs to whom? And guys, I don't want you to Google it. If you know it,
Elon Musk.
No, he owns Tesla, boss. He's nowhere interested in Coca-Cola. When you talk about Elon Musk, talk about space, talk about the cars, talk about the electric cars, and which so Coca-Cola is not owned by any single person. It is a publicly owned company. There are thousands of investors and shareholders across the world. So do you know? So that's the way it is like, when it has so many shareholders, it is so huge company. And yes, someone said Warren Buffett, he is a major shareholder. He is a single shareholder who owns, like 9.3% of a total share. So which make kind of, a biggest shareholder for it. So, and when I talk about the Coca-Cola, it is a kind of an iconic brand. It comes under the top 3 brands in the world. So any idea why it's like counted in top 3? What makes it so iconic? Why people love this product around the world? Anything, just randomly. When you listen about the Coke, what in terms of marketing, I'm telling you.
Your audio is lagging.
Sorry?
Your audio is lagging.
My audio is lagging? 1 second. Okay. So maybe there is a network issue a little bit. I need to connect. Am I audible now?
It's still lagging, ma'am.
Still lagging, ma'am.
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So,
You are audible, but it's lagging.
okay. So where did it start? It's like, आपने मेरी कितनी बात सुनी? So guys, I have a lot of things to cover up. अगर आप मुझे जल्दी बताएंगे तो I think we'll be
Yeah,
a lot of things.
For your information, the lagging will be cleared if you wait for another 5 minutes. Okay, Pooja, you can go ahead.
Okay, so when I talk about the Coke, the 3 reason as it considered as an iconic brand. The reason is its unique marketing tactic. When you see the ads, commercial ads of Coca-Cola, it's never the same in every country. Jab Coca-Cola, they plan their advertising or a commercial ad, they always have a story to tell. It always has a emotional connect with the particular region or country. If you just see, जो India में जो ads आपके air होते हैं, okay, that's not the same in other countries, which is really not possible in terms of language, the culture, a lot of elements. So when you see the marketing tactics or the kind of offering, and let me clear you one thing, whatsoever taste you have in India, when you go it in US, it is not the same. They have the recipes according to the countries, according to the taste of a people, the kind of a, their preferences. The second is its product range. So पहले लोग या फिर brands बनाते थे products what they wanted to sell, but Coke had focused more on a consumer centric products. So now are you guys fitness freak? Any of you are like fitness freak? You look after your good health, a diet conscious or anything?
Ma'am.
Yeah. So when you are on your diet, on your workouts or something, what sort of things you avoid?
Coca-Cola will avoid, ma'am.
So it is like low calorie, low sugar, and healthy diet. So when Coke has seen this trend that people are getting more into health, they try to bring up the products like that, like 0 calories, 0 sugar, less sweetened products and everything. So it is building its product portfolio depending on the customer's need, what customers asking for, rather than what they want to sell. And third is obviously, as your ma'am said, it's attracting packaging. So when you just see the packaging of a Coke ki bottle, you don't see too many fancy things, bahut sara complications. It is very simple, very subtle, and very classy. So you won't see a lot of elements. You'll see just logo or the name of Coca-Cola and some basic details, the legal details. उसके अलावा आपको और कुछ नहीं देखने को मिलेगा. So which make that brand to be people can recall it very easily. And the most important, the way it's had created its customer loyalty. It has very strong base of a customer loyalty. So are you guys in for watching one video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so
Yes,
one
ma'am.
second. One second. So I'm not sure whether this link is working or no. Almas, can you just help me with the link?
Okay, which link?
So I have a link on my PPT. So I just want this ad to be shown to the kids.
So, okay, can you send that link to the chat?
1 second.
Okay, in the chat box, you just drop the link so that we can.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, you have to send it to host. Okay.
Okay, so who is the host, Almas? Okay, I got it.
Davan College.
Because there are 2 names. Okay. So can you just play this ad?
Yeah, we will. Are you able to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Pooja, are you able to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Pooja.
हैप्पी दिवाली माँ। यहाँ हाँ मनाते हैं पर अपनी दिल्ली वाली फीलिंग नहीं है।
அண்ணா ஒரு பச்சை ஒரு ரெட் கலர் கொடுங்க.
चिरंजी என்ன இந்த चिरंजी?
जब दिल ने उजालों का दरवाजा खोला, जब दिल ने उजालों का दरवाजा खोला.
आया क्या दिल्ली वाला फीलिंग?
यार मैं I don't know how to thank you guys.
हर दिल बोला, हर दिल बोला तेरे नाम की कोका कोला, तेरे नाम की कोका कोला.
Anas, can you just switch it to my PPT again? So everyone had seen the ad?
Ma'am.
We need to stop this?
Yeah, just stop the ad.
Ma'am.
Okay, so you guys have seen that. What did you observe? So it's an Indian brand. It is an Indian ad. Coca-Cola for Indian audience. So आपको देखने के बाद क्या feel आई?
The first advertisement was related to Indian, right? They have seen two advertisements, first and second.
Yes, exactly. So if you have seen, yeah, please go ahead and unmute yourself before saying. So I can see 69 participants, but nobody is responding. I don't know why. So this is not making me, more of, exciting to take this thing forward. See, I don't want you to keep this as, like more of your classroom lectures. So आप अगर मुझसे पूछेंगे, आप मुझे बताएंगे कि what is your thought, it will be more easy. And it will be a more of learning. So, okay, when you see this first ad, it is a Indian commercial ad by the Coca-Cola. So when you see the storyline jo aapne dekhi hai, it is more somewhere on a more of an Indian culture. Diwali has been taken as a theme. And the guy, Ayushmann Khurrana, he's from Delhi. He's a Delhi guy. And he's somewhere located in the south. So he's not actually enjoying Diwali of that particular region, but his neighbor somewhere thought to make it more comfortable, make it more like a Delhi Diwali for him. So, एक वो जो emotional bond जो create करने की कोशिश की है, that somewhere, Coca-Cola tried to connect with their audience. This is something commercial for India, and as well as जब Coca-Cola design a campaign or an ad for other region of a world, the ad elements change depending on their region, on the faces which is over there, where they can have a easily connect with those set of audience. So moving forward, I think somebody in a starting of a session said, mentioned the word as a brand identity. So can you just give me a brief, what is a brand identity?
By which a brand can be recognized.
Okay, and how do you like?
Logo.
By their logos, names.
And so what if I just give you a logo every time in a different style? different font, different color, or like different theme, will that make a very much connected to you? Kya, haan bhai, you will be easily able to identify that particular brand every time you see it is in different style or something?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so brand identity is something which is usually presented. So if I say what, obviously it includes a logo in itself, brand identity. So brand identity is something you present to the world, to the market, and which has consistency. So main motto of a brand identity to keep it, equally all over. Jahan pe bhi aap isko present kar rahe ho, in a market, in your ads, on your social media, or in your website, or you're doing any retail branding, it should be seen exactly the same all over. And that consistency has to be maintained. For an example, here I've taken a Nike. When you see the logo, the brand has built its identity in a such a way, when you just see this right mark, just a logo of it, you'll easily, okay, this is Nike. And where you see the set of, release it has of their ad or their campaign, it is more of a athletes, where they empower the athletes, they support the sports fertility, areas, and they motivate this. You can just do it. There is no setting back. It has its own value, kind of a motivation for others. So when people think about the brand like a Nike, so unko dimag mein first, some of you had mentioned the brand Nike also. And Adidas. Why do you prefer the brand Adidas, not Nike? There was someone who have said Adidas in a starting of, when I asked, which is your brand? So, no answers? So the main reason or the main role of a brand identity is to find the elements which are connected, which communicate your brand, which communicate your promise to the consumer, or the kind of a product and service you're going to provide it to your consumer, and it engage the people as well as, and it communicate who you are as a brand or a product, to in a very meaningful manner. So if you just see the any brand or any poster of Nike, it is not just randomly कि उनका एक shoe ले लिया, एक punchline ले लिया, एक tagline ले लिया और चिपका दिया. It has some meaning. So they try to engage their consumer and try to keep that consistency. Okay, yeah, this is what we are and why you should choose us. So when we go ahead, so brand identity, the identity include its logo, the sort of colors it use. So I hope you guys know when the brand pick colors for their logo, every color has a meaning. So I won't get into it because फिर बाद में उसके लिए फिर काफी time जाएगा. What color means what? Using the kind of a graphic they are using every time when they are putting their logo anywhere. So what sort of presentation it has. So even, it has to maintain that style in all media or all kind of advertising elements. They need to maintain that consistency, styling, ताकि, people should not get confused. Okay, कल तो ये देखा था, आज तो कुछ और आ रहा है. So this is something, these are the few elements which includes in a brand identity. So when we speak about the logo, so usually when you see the big brands, they will always have this 5, principle. They follow this 5 principle before deciding on their logo. It should be simple. It should be easily recognized. Logo ko yaad rehna chahiye, which doesn't need, redesigning or rebranding again and again. It is like, kind of a timeless. It should be classy, versatile, and very much appropriate. And when I say appropriate, it should be very much clear. There should be not too much of, like mess up things ke logo ko identify nahi ho raha. There I can give you a very much simple example of Amazon. Have you guys seen the full logo of Amazon where it has, like smile below the logo?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So what that arrow or that smile is, defined.
Satisfied
A to
customers.
Z products we have.
Sorry?
A to Z products, ma'am. It gives.
Exactly. That arrow, it start from A and it's end on Z, which state. So Amazon doesn't have any sort of tagline, but that smile or that arrow, it's giving a clear message. Sell A to Z, sell everything on their site. So when they design it, they keep it more of, simple, because the logo is identification. As I said, it is a personality for the brand. So why exactly branding is important? Can anyone just give me like why people should spend on branding? Why it is so important for business to do branding?
To recognize people look at the brand first, the qualities, and the products which are famous and reviewed a lot.
Yeah, but one no, my question is why a company or a organization should do branding for their product. मतलब क्यों करे branding? अरे मेरा प्रोडक्ट तो अच्छा है, क्वालिटी अच्छी है, 4 लोगों में बोलेंगे बिकना चाहिए.
मैम आप बोलोगे लेकिन वो मानेंगे नहीं ना. When you show it with the proof, they will obviously agree. And when you show it throughout the media, so everyone can reach through it.
And how do you show? My question is why exactly branding is important? Branding क्यों करनी पड़ी?
अपने प्रोडक्ट को फेमस करने के लिए.
और आप वो कैसे करेंगे?
Through advertisement.
Okay, and how do you decide what sort of advertising you're gonna do? So I have statement on my PPT. Branding means the managing the brand. It is a management of brand meaning. So आप जब एक brand create करते हो, you come up with a lot of mission, vision, values connected to it. You decide why you're creating this brand, what sort of things you're gonna give to back to the consumer. जब आप एक brand create करते हो ना, आप सिर्फ usually in this era where I am saying, so anything a brand is coming up, they first do their research, like what consumer is asking for, what is the need of a consumer, why this particular thing is required, why should I put this product or service in a market. So everyone is aware about Zomato?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So do you know anything like thoda idhar udhar about Zomato, what it is about? So what is Zomato? Guys, it's so much trending. It got on IPO. It is listed company now, which rarely happen with the startups.
Ma'am, it's a way where the food can be delivered to your home without going to any restaurants.
Okay, so are you guys ready for a small story how Zomato started?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Zomato was started by these two guys, Dipendra and Pankaj. These are the founders. So they were working in Delhi. They were co-worker friends. So initially, they started this app with the name of Foodie Bay. ये पहले Zomato नहीं था, it was a Foodie Bay. तो वहाँ पे इन्होंने ये ऐप इस हिसाब से डेवलप किया कि दिल्ली में they were not providing any food delivery service. They were just going ahead, listing the restaurant on their app. When someone is looking for the restaurant near their area, it will just show the recommendation, depending on the reviews and everything. So later on, when it got an investment and a funding, you can say, then it just rebranded itself to Zomato because it wanted to take it internationally, which it actually did. So Zomato is more of, they identify the need कि कुछ लोग हैं, I'll give one very classic example, the situation what we guys are into. So COVID is all over, suddenly lockdown ho jata hai, you're not able to enjoy outside food. People, my favorite is pizza. So anytime I want to eat pizza, I go straight to Zomato and I order it. Because I know I just cannot visit Domino's or Pizza Hut. So these guys have, got a nerves of a people that what is the need of a moment. So that's how the brand is built. So, and the way it has done its branding, I will take it forward. मैं आपको आगे बताऊंगी कि how they did it. So when you create a brand, you actually see what your end user is looking for. कि लोगों को क्या चाहिए. So branding is a process of creating a strong positive perception of a company, its product, service in the customer mind. So basically, everyone has their own theory or thoughts about the branding. सबका अलग-अलग idea है कि branding क्या होता है. कुछ लोगों को लगता है it is just about the logo, the theme, the slogan what they have, the kind of a website it has look, and packaging and everything. और कुछ लोग समझते हैं कि it is just about the marketing campaign, the way brands do their marketing campaign. So the main agenda or main role of branding, it is to communicate to its potential customer. Sorry, a brand where he can communicate to its potential customer, like what it's more of seeing the need of a consumer, what need to be expected from that brand. So the branding is a whole process where, for an example, I'm a person who is sending XYZ brand and you are my end user. So there is a channels and there is a way where I'll communicate to you. I'll understand your need, what sort of product you're looking for, what sort of pricing you're looking for. So after that, when I launch a product, the way, the branding strategy. So it is a mix of your marketing elements, marketing campaigns, and what you want to communicate. So branding is a process where you create a strong communication base with your consumer, your potential consumer, and deliver that promise or that particular product with a high quality and whatsoever you have promised to your consumer on repeated basis. Kind of a reminder to them, okay, yes, we had promised you so and so product with the so and so quality, and we are delivering you that. So the role of a branding. So role of a branding, the main purpose of a branding is to give a identity to a brand. So when I say to give an identity to a brand, what it means? Anybody? So when I say to give an identity, the main purpose of a branding is to give an identity to a product with their general features or generic features of, you can say, the properties. Just like for how we do it for a human, जब कोई पैदा होता है तो आप उसको नाम देते हो, तो और वो उसके क्या बोलते हैं, नाम होती है, उसकी खुद की आवाज होती है, the way it looks, the way it appears and all. So exactly the branding role is to give a identity to a product or the service. And second is to help it to be recognized and differentiate. So when I say about recognize and differentiate, so you guys have like a lot of idea how you recognize your own brand. So it is somewhere you give a uniqueness to your brand. So आप बोलते हैं ना, okay, what is your unique selling point? So आपका brand क्यों खरीदा जाए, or why people should recognize, and what is doing so much of different from other competitors. So these are the two roles which need to be which come under the branding, or you can just say the main focus point for the branding. So these are the elements of branding. These are few of the elements. I try to club most of them. I mean, मैंने कोशिश की है कि मैं काफी जितने जो main points है सारे include कर सकूं. So when you see the element from the branding, it is a brand design, right from the color, the logo, the theme, the packaging, how the website will be looking, what kind of flyers will be launched, what kind of print media it will be. And second is like slogan and taglines. So can you quickly give me the best tagline or slogan which is stuck in your head? There will be some taglines जो आप हमेशा आपके, you know, in back of your mind, you always have that slogan. Anything?
Taste the thunder.
Okay. Anyone else?
Your satisfaction is our goal.
Okay. Can you just name me the brand?
Ma'am,
Can you just name the brand?
ma'am, it's my own, ma'am.
Okay. So that's the reason I'm telling you. I'm not asking your own, but I'm asking about the brand perspective. So आप कोई, you know, किसी brand का जो tagline होता है, slogan होता है. When you hear some, you know, that jingles in ads, which is stuck in your head.
मैम एक है लाइक है जो प्रेस्टीज से करे प्यार वो बीबी से करे प्यार वो प्रेस्टीज से कैसे करे.
That's a good one. So I'll tell you which is my favorite. Yeah, please, Darshan.
Enduring value, ITC.
Yeah. And my favorite is, have you ever seen Domino's ad? Whenever I order a pizza and pizza is on the way, this particular jingle, it's, you know, mere dimag mein chalta rehta hai. Have you seen the Domino's ad? It was featuring Paresh Rawal. Any guesses? It was 30 minutes delivery or it's free. No guess? Have you heard this jingle? Tana na 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 din, the pizza is free.
No, ma'am.
Okay, it's very famous launch. Okay, it is like from way back. बहुत पुराना है ad, where it was featuring Paresh Rawal in the ad. So Domino's had come up with the idea where, you know, if they don't deliver pizza in 30 minutes on a, they had that radius and that we won't get into that. So if they don't deliver your pizza in 30 minutes, it's free. It's on Domino's. So whenever I order my pizza, I, you know, used to think कि यार 30 मिनट में ना है, थोड़ा टाइम एक 5 मिनट ज़्यादा ले ले, at least pizza free तो मिलेगा. So there is some slogan or taglines which will be stuck in your mind and you will be able to connect with that brand. So third is marketing campaign. I won't get into it too much because it's a vast area to discover. And fourth is store location or storefront. So when I talk about the storefront and store location, few brands have they are very particular about their store brands. They have that particular layout. It should be with the same sort of color, the kind of a furniture or ambience they want to create, kind of a lighting. And some people, some brands even, you know, very specific about their brand location, where their stores has to be located. So can you just tell me like what exactly I mean by this?
They
not audible.
Always Starbucks. Now, they always locate their stores in locations, luxury location like in airports and all.
Exactly, you're right. Totally agree. If you just see the Starbucks outlets, they are majorly located in a posh area, where I'll say, you know, where, you know, you find high-end consumer. And I can see a lot of girls. So are you a Zara fan? Girls, do you prefer Zara as your brand? Guys, even you get stuff in Zara brand, so even you can say.
Does not prefer, ma'am, but visits the store. I visit the store.
you visited the store. So, okay, if you just visit any of a Zara, outlet or store, it has a kind of a same sort of, ambience, the way, the display of their product. And they always prefer the store location where, also, the mid consumer and a high-end consumer are easily available. वो कोई बहुत ज्यादा posh area नहीं देखते हैं. It should be in that sort of mall or this sort of location. They prefer the malls or the location which is very much accessible with the mid and a high-end consumer. So, and they have their own kind of a display, layout. So when mentioned, I think Darshan mentioned about the Starbucks. When you go inside the any Starbucks store, you will not see too many difference. You will not see too many difference in what they say ambience of a store or a outlet. It is somewhat they are setting that branding. They are very much particular about what will be the display and what kind of mugs they are going to use, what kind of tissue, even the tissue paper, the quality of a tissue paper, what kind of table they'll be having. So most of outlet, other coffee brands, if you just see, they have a square tables. So Starbucks did their research and they came up with the idea in their all outlets, there will be a round tables, the round shaped tables. Because they somewhere after the findings of their research, they got this idea. The square table is very much unwelcoming to their customers. So they replaced all the table with the round tables. So this is something for the store locations. And when it comes to social media presence, I don't think so I need to talk about too much. You guys are expert in it. And when it has come to the great customer service. So what kind of experience you give it to your consumer, in terms of a communication or kind of a product you're giving or kind of a after sales and service, and when they call it on your customer care, the way you treat them, the all over, overall experience, what you provide them. It is a great consumer service where your feedbacks actually matter. When they turn to your feedbacks, it should always be on a good area, not. So when you're treating your customer right, you will always get a positive response or positive feedback for your brand. Then it is like company and owner work culture. It is also important. It actually matters a lot for a brands. What kind of atmosphere you're providing to your employees. It is ब्रांडिंग में आप सिर्फ ये नहीं बोल सकते कि आप एक प्रोडक्ट बना रहे, एक सर्विस बना रहे और लोगों को बेच रहे हैं. आप अपने लोगों को भी कैसे ट्रीट करते हो वो भी काफी मैटर करता है. If I'm an employee for some company and I'm not treated right and that product is doing boom in a market, doesn't matter. क्योंकि जब मैं बाहर जाके मतलब being an employee of that particular company, अगर मैं बाहर जाके उसकी 4 गलत चीजें बताऊंगी तो it will definitely affect the brand. So this is one of the major elements where you need people take care regarding the branding, giving a right work culture to their employees, the people, their own people. Then pricing and quality, obviously what kind of pricing you're providing, what kind of quality you're providing, and overall personality and belief of the brand. When I talk about the overall personality and belief of the brand, is something every brand come with a motto. या फिर आप कह सकते हो कि उनका एक एजेंडा होता है या फिर they have their value attached to their brand, and that brand need to make sure कि चाहे whether it's up, down, whatever, they need to deliver that promise or that value to their consumers. So type of branding. Here I have just mentioned 6. So we'll just go through it fast because I guess we are running out of time. So when we start talk about the product branding, see, brandings में काफी सारे elements same ही होते हैं, but it just जो branding का hero होता है वो बदलते जाता है. So when I talk about the product branding, here the product branding, it is more the story, the entire campaign or entire strategy is built around the product or service. So here your product, your service is your hero. जो आपकी पूरी campaigning होती है या whatever strategy you're planning, it will be in and around the that particular product. So can you just give me any product-based branding? So when you talk about the, like very simple, I'll take again an example of Coca-Cola. So when you just see Coke के जितने भी ads है या जितने भी commercials आप देखेंगे या जितने भी उनके release देखेंगे उनके social media में, they always keep their product as a hero. The story is always give a importance to their product. So that is something very easy and example I can give it for the product branding. Whereas go for the corporate branding. So corporate branding, it is something where it affects the entire organization, the way they build their reputation in a market. So when a company come up with them, so you have seen for this, I can give you the best example is Google. So whenever Google come up with the new product, it has always kept its pricing, the kind of a quality, the service, the policies, what it has another level of reputation when you talk about the Google. So that's like not only for one particular product, वो एक particular product की branding नहीं हो रही, यहाँ पे it is coming with the overall package of an organization. That is something called as a corporate branding. And service branding, so when I talk about the service branding, let it be if you are in any field, it doesn't matter. If you fail to give a satisfactory service to your consumer, it is a big disaster. You're failed in that terms. So, one second, guys. So service branding is moreover where you are involved in a service based, like things, market or industry, जैसे Zomato हो या car service हो. Here it is more important what kind of experience you're giving it to your clients. So आप उनको कैसे treat करते हैं, the way you talk to them, the kind of response they get, if they're visiting your store, how welcoming you are, the way you treat them, the way you greet them. It is included all in the service branding. So if you want, and it is not just for the one time, you need to be very much, consistent in irrespective of what kind of client it is, whether it's a high end or an average or a lower, doesn't matter. You treat your customer equally and very, what they say, you give them a kind of a great experience, like including for your brand, your service. Doesn't matter what kind of client it is, high end, mid-range or low one, you treat them equally. Personal branding. So personal branding, it is more it is a concept where it is more refer for the politicians, celebrities, influencer or athletes or any kind of a celebrity. So any example for personal branding? The people who has a large followers. So best example I can give right now is our PM Narendra Modi and Elon Musk. They have a huge, what they say, followers or fan base. Agar they, Elon Musk, I guess there was a ad or something. He sold a baseball cap or something. I'm not able to recall the brand name for $1 million. In an auction. So that is a power of that particular personality. So when they say their fans or their followers about some brand, so they follow them and on their basis of उनके ख्याल के ऊपर या उनके तजुर्बे के ऊपर, they go blindly and they follow that particular brand. Geographical branding, it is more connected to the tourism industry. or where, you know, or a region based. So when someone want to promote a particular locality or a geographical area, where you give your consumer the better experience in terms of the food or stay, or what are the best attractive places to see. So geographical branding is more for the tourism industry, or to invite other people, other countries to invest in your region. So have you heard this tagline, God's own country? So which place?
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is a kind of geographical branding they are doing. When you hear this, you know, God's own country, so the first thing strike is a Kerala. And the last is retail branding. So retail branding, as I said previously, the store frontline, or, you know, like, look, there are two type of retail branding. So they have, one is multi-brand outlets or stores, and second is company owned or exclusively the company stores. So when you see the Reliance Digital or Chroma, you will see multiple brands, you know, in the same area or same display area. You will see the same kind of a product with the different brands. So that is called as a multi-brand outlets. And where you, if you visit a Apple store, it is exclusively owned by the Apple, where the display is same, the branding is same, what posters will be there, what kind of logo it will be there. So retail brand, that's come under the retail branding. So are you guys bored?
No, ma'am.
Sorry?
No.
So shall I go ahead, or should I switch to some activity? देखिए, आप बोलेंगे नहीं तो मैं तो ऐसे ही बक 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 करती जाऊंगी, and I'll take your entire day. So do you guys want me to switch to any activities, or shall I finish the topic? Sorry? Yeah, please tell me.
Yes, but yes, students, you have to speak up. What is that madam has to do? Whether she is having an activity.
I have just one or two things to communicate after. Do you want me to conduct an activity right away, or just let me finish the entire topic of branding?
Go ahead, Pooja. You can go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I'll do one thing. I'll just finish this particular topic. Then we'll start with the activity, which I have planned for the students.
Yeah.
So now let's go ahead with the importance of the branding. There are a lot of things I have already covered. A lot of things in this I have covered, but I'll just give you a quick, refresh. So first importance is identity. Unless there is a disturbance.
I'm checking out and I'll fix it.
Students, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, the first important reason, or why branding need to be done, is to give a unique identity what you're offering to your consumer. So when I talk about this, it is not only about the name, color, all they need create that mindset of a people. Okay, this is my brand. When you see it or it pop-ups anyone, they will be able to recognize your brand. Branding first importance is to create that unique, personality for the brand. Second is to create a consumer preference towards your offering. So for this, I think the example will be right when you go, out to buy any of your smartphone or smartwatches. So I'll stick to smartphones. So when a consumer go to a store or online, when they have, before buying a smartphone, I usually set my budget. And some people, they go according to the feature. They don't care about like what sort of, pricing it will have. So when there is lot of similar product available, the consumer get confused with same configurations or same features. When there are so many options, okay, the consumer get confused. The buyers, he won't be able to make a decision कि मैं क्या लूं और क्या ना लूं. That moment of a confusion, consumer make a decision where he has to make a decision कि ये मुझे लेना ही है. That time it leans towards the most, towards the brand which is more trustworthy or, popular in the market. So how do you select your phones? Every one of you has your own smartphones, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are your preferences before buying your smartphone? What are your preferences? Do you set a budget, or you look for the configurations or this kind of features? It has to have this camera, like a lot of elements, right? Designing, look of a phone. So when you have a product in a market, you have to give that kind of a, experience to your consumer, in which you can communicate through your ads, or you take most of the brands, they take some faces in a sense of some celebrity, which has a huge fan base. They have their own way of selling their brands, or some they just make their product as a hero. Okay, our product have so much of quality with the so good pricing and a quality, what they say, technical features and everything. So we don't need any face or any other celebrity to be connected or involved with the brand. Our product is our hero. So that is how you prefer your own, you make your own market, you make your consumer to say that, okay, we are the best. I'm providing you like something extra from the competitors. You make them, make your brand as your the consumer preference, that first prefer us because this won't be your loss or not risking your money. So at that moment, when the consumer is confused, the more popular brand, it has little lean towards that particular brand. Because उनको लगता है उनका पैसा, the investing, whatever the investment they are doing, it is safe. And the next is like create a new asset and a brand value. When I talk about create new asset and a brand value, so a brand in itself is a separate entity. So a brand is an asset to a company. As I said previously, it can be sold separately. Have you ever wondered why Apple products are so expensive? Because it is almost pricing double and giving the same configurations which their competitors are providing. Have you ever thought why it is so expensive and people are buying it? I want you guys to speak up. यार मजा नहीं आ रहा, अब मैं खुद बोर हो रही हूँ. आप लोग अभी भी नींद में हैं या आप उठ चुके हो?
They are there, but they're not responding.
Yeah, because I want to know what are their views about this particular, because doing branding and advertising, in somewhere they can choose for their career options. My main motto to brief you about the branding and advertising, it is more because how this industry work.
And POOJA, as you're doing branding and advertising, this is actually in the hit list of the market, I feel. Huge career opportunities.
Yeah, if you just see right now in this situation of pandemic, like I'm talking off topic, but you know, everybody is looking more of, you know, pushing their brands. The companies or the brands which are not online boarded yet, they're struggling. And but the जिन लोगों ने अपना huge customer loyalty पहले से बना रखा है, they are enjoying it. मतलब आप किसी भी जगह पे बैठे हो, आप कुछ भी कर रहे हो, the people who prefer that particular brand, they won't switch it easily until and unless it is like very much clear it's not at all available in the market. Simple से example लेती हूँ, आप जैसे अपन शैम्पू की बात कर रहे थे in a starting of a session. So you maybe you have that particular brand shampoo which you're using from the US and you don't feel like switching it. Until and unless you don't find it in a market, it is not available, or you know, it is not easily switched. You don't switch to another brand. And same it is on our day-to-day. How many of you guys eat chips? I guess almost everybody. Any preferred what they say, biscuit brand? So which is your favorite snacks item? Any particular brand or some product? Guys, be very. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Britannia, ma'am.
Britannia, yeah. So how often you switch your brands? How often you eat something other than Britannia? Parle ji khaya hai kabhi?
Yes, ma'am.
So आज की मतलब if I talk about my generation people, अगर वो आज भी अगर कहीं पे है ना ठेले पे अगर मतलब you know some roadside tea stall if they're sitting, the first biscuit brand they will prefer is Parle Ji. अगर वो available नहीं है, so it will switch to Crack Jack or any, you know, whichever is the available brand. So that is how the brand is built. It won't happen overnight. And where I'm talking about, you know, like, so branding, advertising, it is a part of a marketing, but in itself, it is a huge industry. So moving forward is like new, so when I was talking about the create a new asset and build value, and I took an example of Apple. So when Apple launched any product, no doubt its pricing is too high, but it had created that brand effect in the mind of a people. Whatsoever product, you know, Apple come up, it will be high end and people are ready to invest. That's you know, kind of a power or reputation. It's built by the Apple, you know, industry of, you know, electronic goods in a section of computers, laptops, desktops, even the smartphones and watches. So I am a big fan of Apple. So even अगर मुझे उसके लिए ना 2 साल मेरा पुराना फोन यूज करके पैसे जमा करने भी होंगे, but I will wait के whatever the new launch is coming, I buy that phone and it should be Apple itself. So that is the impact a brand has. Even though whatever it enjoy that, you know, controlling the pricing of a market. So build trust. So how do you build trust? As you have your preference, why do you trust that brand? So there will be some element, right? आपने वो product use किया होगा, आपको उसकी quality पसंद आई होगी, और here I can give you a very classic example is Amul. So Amul आप लोग अपने day to day life में almost सब लोग use करते होंगे in terms of a butter, cheese or any food product of Amul. So Amul had created its brand in such a way it has an emotional connect with the Indian audience. There are many other brands who are offering the same segment or same product line. But so एक Amul के ऊपर जो लोगों का भरोसा बैठ गया ना, people feel that okay, this is our brand, this is our country brand. There are many other brands who are offering in Amul is also in a category of ice cream. But still, when you pick a product of Amul, you are very much sure that quality achhi hogi, and it has comparatively the pricing, it is a very low, it prefer very low pricing strategy. And you know, whatever is the revenue of Amul, it spend only 1% of its whole revenue on its advertising. The reason is has built its line under one brand name. So that is how, you know, it is very much old company. Obviously, it's very old associate. So it is, you know, like publicly owned, and the way it is built its brand. So do you remember this mascot of Amul, that girl, that cute little girl? I will definitely suggest you guys to go on their social media handles and see the kind of you know, presence they have, the kind of advertising Amul has. They have done a brilliant job. They always talk about the current affairs, and it is not just, you know, like hitting hard reality kind of. It is always come up with some humor. Whenever you are free, do check Amul's this marketing strategy. Marketing started or need to be developed around a particular brand in the market. So, Almaz, I have one more PPT to share. I guess a lot of people are in a sleepy mood.
Okay.
So, guys, you are ready for one small quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
So there I can get a clear idea whether to go ahead with the session or should I drop it. So Almaz, I have a quiz for the students.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, POOJA.
Okay. So when we are talking about, we spoke about so much of a brand. So we'll have just one quick, you know, brand quiz for you guys. So all of you are ready?
Yes, ma'am.
So yes, you'll be having not more than 10 seconds to guess the answer. Don't worry, it is more of a, you know, multiple choice question. So made it little easier for you guys. So आपको 10 सेकंड मिलेंगे. Ready?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Timer लगा लो.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's get started. So Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Audi, and Porsche. Can you just tell me the guys, all the boys in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Volkswagen.
You all are, you know, I know many of you have started. Can you just tell me these all brands come under one particular company? Option is Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, or BMW. Your time started.
Volvo.
Volkswagen.
ऑप्शन ए
Option A.
BMW
किसने गूगल किया?
ऑप्शन ए
किसने गूगल किया? So your answer is correct. It's a Volkswagen. Okay, 1 second. I guess it's stuck.
Bluebird.
Option C.
Ma'am, option C.
Wait a second. I want to give you one check. I don't know. It's sorry for the delay. The thing is like it is little stuck. It's not moving forward. So when I talk about this particular question, it is Volkswagen. So Volkswagen is comprised with the 12 brands. Under this particular company, there are 12 brands, out of which 7 are European brands. So Twitter bird name, what it is called?
Larry.
Larry. B. B, ma'am.
Option B.
Got displayed there. That is why these people are happy.
Yeah, no issues. Do you know the reason why it is Larry bird? आपने आंसर पढ़ा है, पूरा नहीं पढ़ा? So Larry Bird, it is a tribute to a basketball player. Twitter had given the name to its bird as a Larry the Bird, is a tribute to the Larry T. Bird. He was a basketball player. So next, the first ever product that Sony came up with. 10 seconds. क्या है 10 seconds लगते हैं गूगल करने में?
Option B, ma'am. Option B, ma'am.
Yes, it is an electronic rice cooker, which was a huge fail. It was the kind of what they say product raw material they were using. It wasn't hitting the market. या तो है ना rice was overcooked or undercooked, which actually never come up in a market with a huge hit or something sort of. So can you recognize this tagline? Zoom, zoom, zoom. It is not, it's definitely not a Zoom meeting. Guys, answer. Your time is up. No guess?
B, ma'am.
No. It's A. Sam.
A, ma'am.
Yes.
C, ma'am.
Okay, shall we move to next? Are you guys enjoying? Are you attentive?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I move to next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There are some things money can't buy for everything else other. This is a slogan of which card?
Visa.
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 Mastercard.
Mastercard.
American.
You got it right. Whomso tagline for our very much own company, Infosys. Time up. Any random guess?
D, ma'am.
So the answer is C. No, the answer is C, powered by and driven by values. It's an Indian brand. It has to have its values together. So moving forward. Okay, this should be easy because I guess a lot of you might.
Quality ones.
So I'll skip this one. So do you want me to continue or just take a break?
Nestle.
Good guess, and it was very quick.
Option A.
So, guys, please tell me your name, whomsoever is answering. I really want to know. Okay, you are, with me in this session.
TVS.
Option A.
Correct. Very accurate and very quick answer. Yes, it is TVS.
Fevicol.
आप लोग काफी ads देखते हो मतलब you observe. So I'll skip this क्योंकि इसका आंसर पहले आ गया क्वेश्चन से.
Option C.
Option C, ma'am.
Option C,
So
ma'am.
here we end the session. So did you guys enjoyed the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Did you enjoy this quiz?
Ma'am.
Learn anything?
Yes, ma'am.
So Almaz, are you?
Yes, Pooja, tell me.
So the only thing is like I just want them to give a quick review about overall about the advertising. If you just give me 5 minutes.
Fine.
Then we'll just sign off with the session.
No issues. Go ahead.
So what is advertising? So any goods or service, particular company advertising. In short, अगर मैं बोलूँ तो आप कोई भी paid communication कर रहे हो to promote your brand, it has come under the advertising where you are influencing people to buy or try about your product. So with a clear communication message, what your brand it is, what it has. So in short, it is a medium or it is a kind of a channel to communicate your brand. So it is like mota moti idea about the advertising. So advertising main object is, to inform the people, what are you offering? What is your product? Like what you're launching in the market. And second is to perform a task or making, it's kind of a making people, convincing them or influencing them to buy your product or try your product. And third objective or major objective of advertising, to make sure the brand is always in the mind of the people, to design their campaign in such a way it should be repeatedly come up sorry on or kind of this be built in such a way the logo ke dimag rehna chahiye. It should be like repeatedly brand recall, what we call it as a it has to make sure the brand recalling is done in a appropriate manner. So type of branding, there are 3 types of branding. About the line of advertising include activities that is majorly for in a very huge manner, or you can say for the target audience or something, which is done on a large scale. There is no specific target audience or something. For an example, when you do a press ad or like paper ad or billboards, there you cannot restrict people कि नहीं आप मेरे target audience नहीं, आप मेरा billboard नहीं देखोगे. Billboard is nothing but the hoardings. So आप मेरा hoarding नहीं देखोगे क्योंकि आप मेरे target audience नहीं है. So above the line advertising activity includes the most of the print ads, and below the line advertising, it is more for more specific what they say, kind of a consumer you're looking for. You have a set of target audience, you have a group of people whom you want to address. So and the last is like through the line advertising, which include below and above both. So it can be your more of, what they say, digital marketing strategy, the way you're communicating to your clients. The advertising is more helpful for the brands in terms of, communication, interacting with your particular set of target audience. So when you design your advertising campaign, it should be more interactive. It should have that personal touch. People should feel कि हाँ आप directly उनसे बात कर रहे हो. So advantages, it reduced per unit keep because we are running out of time. So it is more of, when you set a brand or you just set a huge fence is already set in the mind. So it is like brand building. So once your brand is set in the same consistent manner where you cannot change or switch, aaj ye dikhaya, kal wo dikhaya, which is nowhere connected. You need to maintain that consistency, which communicate your exact value, the exact what they say, the emotion connect with your consumer. That's how the brand built. That's how the, what they say, you create your brand loyalty. So next is when you launch a new product, when you have a set brand, like the main brand. Again, in branding, there is a sub brand. You have one company name, under that you have a lot of categories or product lines. So when you have a strong personality or your strong brand, so it is very easy for you to brand a new product under that particular brand. So boost your existing customer confidence in your brand. Obviously, जब आप किसी के सामने आप repeatedly आप आते हो, आप उनसे communicate करते हो, it is not like कि आज आप दिखे और कल आप गायब हो गए market से. So they, आपके जो consumer होते, customers होते, they start having the faith and they have a confidence in that particular brand. So when they refer this brand to anybody, they have that confidence because of a strong presence of brand in a market. So yes, reducing customer turnover. So this is nothing but, as I said, when you have a constant advertising happening, it is very less chances people switch their brands. So there is where you lose very minimum ratio of or percentage of your consumer. So attract new customer. Obviously, if you come up with some good communication advertising or with something very innovating idea, so obviously you influence and you attract new customers. And through educate, like advertising, you can educate about your product or your company, like overall branding, which includes your organization beliefs or your work culture. There will be anything about your new product or add-on features to your existing products. And what an advertising agency or a creative agency does. So as being a part of a creative field or a branding, as I'm working as a creative consultancy, the main work of us is not just, कि poster बना दिया, design बना दिया और कहीं पे भी छाप दिया. There is lot of brainstorming, lot of research happening. So it include right from the creation, like brand कैसा दिखेगा, क्या color होगा, किस type का उसका consistency रहेगा, what kind of theme it's going to follow, and everything. Second, planning, how it will be launched in a market, how it will be represented, presentation इसका कैसा हो गया, and which area or which channel need to be used to, advertise this particular brand, or what are their set of audience, and the kind of, and it's just doesn't end कि आपने एक बार market में launch कर दिया, आपके ads आ गए, आपका brand आपका launch हो गया, market में available हो गया और बिक रहा है. The advertising doesn't over there. It is like how you handle it. Because once your product is in market, you need how what are the results, what kind of sale is doing, and a lot of other elements. which have a set of promotions, and what kind of promotion you need to buy the media, what kind of media you're going to launch. आप अगर बिल्कुल आप outdoor hoarding के लिए जाएंगे, या फिर you're doing any traditional marketing or you're going for digital marketing, there's a lot of elements which advertising or creative agency helps. So how many of you are looking a career in a creative field? So do you guys know how this creative agency work? Almas, I need a small help.
Okay.
I just want this last video for everyone so that just they get a clear idea how this thing work.
Okay. You share the link in the chat so that we can play it through.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll just share the link. Yeah. Okay, I guess I've shared it to everyone. I'm supposed to share to host, right?
No issues, fine. We're getting it.
Yeah, okay, I have shared it with you. So it is very quick video, which will give you a kind of, mota moti idea how this creative agency work.
What does an ad agency do? This is Mark. His most recent invention is a smart collar for cats. The production will start soon, and the corresponding tracking app is also ready for release. Mark is seeking professional support from an ad agency for the launch and the promotion. During the briefing, they discuss the planning and release of the new brand identity in the following 4 steps.
Almas, is that link is working?
Brand strategy, creation of brand presence, media planning, and marketing evaluation. In a first step, the brand strategy needs to be defined. This includes the naming, the definition of the target group, and the value proposition. The strategical standards are written down in the branding guidelines. In the agency, different employees take care of the project. The consultant, he conducts the project and works with both the customer and the agency. The consultant creates the marketing and media plans. The art director and the graphic designer, they are responsible for designing all the advertising material, such as the logo or the website.
Just go through that particular video, you'll get an idea how
creates a
this
convincing
agencies
play
work.
and composes contents for the advertising media. The web developer, he programs the website and guarantees impeccable functionality on all devices. Both the exchange and the cooperation within the team are of utmost importance and undoubtedly lead to an effective brand presence. Based on the set brand guideline, the team needs to take care of the brand presence in a second step. The product receives a name, a logo, a claim, and a packaging.
Let them watch the video.
Yeah, because the thing is like, even we are running out of time, and
design guidelines are written down in a corporate design manual.
This video and then
yes, because this is the something last I want to show them. So if they decide anything in their career towards this, so they get to know what are the options available.
A new brand presence is realized in the form of a campaign. For that reason, a powerful media scheme is presented to the customer and all required communication means are created. These include a poster, a flyer, a TV commercial, a Google AdWords campaign, and a website. As soon as every matter is clarified, the campaign goes live. The campaign makes an impact and the sales increase. The agency discusses the campaign reports with Mark and provide continuous optimization. Excellent working measures are intensified, less successful methods are optimized. The startup is a great success. Mark is up for celebrating, and the ad agency is content that they could contribute their share.
So, Almaz,
Video was
we'll
produced
just
by
close
Rocket,
the
your
session over
full-service
here.
ad agency.
If the video,
Discover
just let
more.
me know. So, guys, I want a couple of feedback. Anybody randomly, what you felt like? Is there whether this session was informative for you? आपने कुछ सीखा?
Yeah, students, you have to respond there. Anything that you have learned, you think that advertising and branding is something, a career opportunity that you can pursue further? Any amount of questions to Mrs. POOJA MOAD there?
Anything? What kind? How you felt about this session? Was
the screen share?
Like little interactive for you? Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, any doubts, any clarification, students? Okay. Any doubts, any clarifications? How you felt about the session, Neha? How you felt the session?
Ma'am, it was nice, ma'am, and it's helpful to advertising and branding, ma'am, for future.
Okay. Okay. Anybody here, Jia? Jia K. Patel?
Yes, ma'am.
How was the session?
It was great. I learned many things about brand.
That is what. Am I audible? Okay. So there was a technical issue there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today's guest, Mrs. POOJA MOAD, all the way from Mumbai. Okay. I thank you for the wonderful time that you have shared with us, giving the information related to advertising and branding. Okay. And coming up with the games which were good enough. Okay. And people have cheated there, though they know the answer. They got the slide again. They were saying the same answer, isn't it? Okay.
No problem. I know. Even we do that. You know, when we check on a Google.
POOJA is one of my school friend. Okay, we have done the schooling together. Me and POOJA from St. Andrews School from Hubli. Okay, she basically belongs to Hubli. Done her entire education at Hubli, but now she got married and she's been shifted to Mumbai. So she is joining us live from Mumbai. Okay, with the request that she gave away a session to our students there. Thank you, POOJA. Thank you being with us. It was a great day.
All my pleasure. It was lovely being here and having this session. Maybe here and there due to some technical issue, but overall, I feel that students have learned a lot of new things. It will be like really great if any of them just randomly give me the feedback. And if they want to know anything about the branding, if they are looking for a career in this field and any sort of, guidelines or guiding they want, I'm always available. It is just a message away. If they're any sort of, career option or want to do something in a field of marketing or advertising, and have any creative.
To interrupt you. The thing is that what is actually the qualification that you need to get into branding and advertising?
So see, when you are a marketing student, so when you opt for a marketing, you learn everything around about the advertising, the branding, how to develop the product, So this branding and advertising, it is a major part of a marketing. So when you learn about the marketing, these all things, whatever we have gone through, I have given you a moti idea. मतलब just बोलते ना ऊपर से मैंने आपको अभी सब कुछ बताया. But when you switch to marketing as your education option, so you learn lot of things, right from the field marketing to the digital marketing, which is available right now. But and how you need to communicate. And honestly, right now, it is just not sticking के आपको है ना market में जाके चीजें बेचनी है. It is like, you know, changed in lot, you know, it is progressed in such a manner due to this digital era. आप घर बैठ के भी आप काफी सारी चीजें कर सकते हो.
Okay. And POOJA, how is that you actually became a marketing student?
So basically, I started my career. So when I was doing my MBA, I had 3 options. So one was a HR, finance, marketing. So मेरा finance बहुत खराब है. I'm not good with the numbers. So I stick to the, you know, HR and my marketing. So we have an option to select 2 as my, you know, career subject option. So HR was my major, and marketing was always been my first love. But I wanted to know how people need to be treated because HR include a lot of law things and how to guide the policies, which is one of the important elements. So when I learned about the marketing, it has, you know, always that connection, or, you know, kya bolte hai na, here in marketing, you talk to people face to face. It is more of communicating, interacting with the people, knowing the need of a people, and then you are providing something which they are looking from a long time. So then I started my first job from a sales and marketing in a real estate company, where I interacted with a lot of people, a lot of high-end, you know, elite people there. You know, you get polish, you know how exactly you need to talk, what exactly you need to talk, how you represent your brand. So employee or a, you know, person who is associated with the one particular brand, it is just not the employee, you are representing some brand. So these all are marketing tactics.
Okay. And how is that you got into marketing? Like after your PUC, what is that you have done?
After my PUC, I have done my bachelor degree as a BBA. That was again in a finance and marketing. Then I did my MBA, that was in HR and marketing. And my first job, as I said, it was in sales and marketing. Then I got an opportunity to work with the advertising agency, like of advertising agency in Hubli, and I got a projects or doing on my freelancing, where I got like a great opportunity to work from a scratch for a brand. How the website has to be there, what sort of element, graphic, everything. So advertising or branding is not just about कि आप लोगों को क्या दिखाते हैं. It should have a right things to be displayed, right graphic, right communication, right language, where in this modern era, where we say is a content marketing.
Thank you. Thank you, POOJA. Thank you for being with us again and having so much clarifications, like how you can actually pursue your career after your PU, that joining BBA. Even BCOM is fine, I feel. Now, after taking
Yeah, there is nothing sort of, you know, see, there is no hard and fast rule that you have to be a MBA or you have to be a BBA student or something. The marketing is actually working more of your mindset, how you communicate, and how much creative and innovative you are.
Okay. Thank you, POOJA. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Good day. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. The students here completing the entire session today, there is an information that I would like to give to you is, like as I have said you earlier, on 12th of this month, we are going to celebrate Independence Day. So there we'll be providing you a different link. Okay, you have registered to this link. So every classes you will be attending on the same link. But on 12th, I'm not talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow is 11th. Okay, 11th with the same link what you have right now, you're going to register and attend our tomorrow's session. But on 12th, you will be having a separate link which will be providing you. No registration is required. You just click on the link and you will be joining. Okay, and you will be joining with your seniors there. Second PUC students are even included in that session, where we'll be having a huge celebration of Independence Day. Okay, so again, what is the guest? I'll inform you on 11th. But what is tomorrow's session? Tomorrow's session is all about again meeting our alumnus. Okay, he is Mr. Avinash V. Rao, High Court of Karnataka and Bangalore. Okay, so he's working right now in High Court of Karnataka. Sorry, he is an advocate. Yeah, he is an advocate and he is working in High Court of Karnataka. He is a student of Davan College. He is a student of Davan College. To know more about him and his profile, tomorrow we are actually joining with him all the way from Bangalore. Okay, he has given his precious time to be with us for 1 hour of session. Okay, so to know what are the career opportunities in law, okay, which he can trend it out and you can actually explore in law, you have to get connected with us tomorrow, 10:30 sharp, being the law. Okay, and till that, I want people to upload your posters, our posters, in terms of your WhatsApp, Instagram. Okay, in WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. And Avinash poster is already available in your WhatsApp. Okay, tomorrow's poster also is available already in your WhatsApp. Okay, till then, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.